Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Danatronic and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys something fun. I'm going to show you guys how to make some bass grooves using Phaseplant, Kilohearts Phaseplant. I find this to be a very cool technique to use simply because that I recently was working on a song and I did not have the strength to create a bunch of channels just to create a simple drop sequence. So instead, I wanted to figure out if there was a way to create a somewhat of a bass generator in a way, but not changing in different texture and timbres, rather than changing in different flows and patterns. So that's where I decided to test this out in Phaseplant, and I'm going to show you guys right now a few of these patches that I've made, and then I'm going to give you guys a complete walkthrough of how I make these patches. So without further ado, let's go right into the DAW. Okay, so we're in Logic, and my current plugin, default plugin is Serum, but we're not using Serum today. We're going to use Phaseplant. So this is a very powerful plugin. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this plugin, but if you're not familiar with Phaseplant, Phaseplant is essentially a wavetable synthesizer slash all-around VST plugin. You can create a plethora of different instruments, sounds, effects, you name it. You can even create your own plugins, like create your own combinations of stuff, and we can go over that in another video. But right now I'm going to show you some cool patches. I call these bass grooves. These 7 bass grooves I created makes these different types of bass patterns and bass flows, I would say. So let's start with the first one. So you get the idea. You can create some really cool bass grooves with these. So those are some examples, and if you guys want these, if you guys don't feel like making this on your own, I do have a link at the bottom of below the video, and you guys can get all 7 of these patches, and they're just ready to use. For those of you guys who do want to learn how to do this thing, I will show you. So first things first, we're going to need to create 3 things in the generators. We're going to need 2 wavetables. We'll just spawn 2 wavetables. Make sure all your wavetables have an envelope. And then we're going to create an analog and also create an envelope for your analog. Okay. The analog we're going to keep as a sine wave. This will act as our sub. And then these 2 wavetables will act as our kind of like mids and highs, just layering each other. You can add more wavetables as you like for layering purposes, but we're just going to start with 2. So this middle one, we're going to treat as our mids for our bass, and we're just going to find something. We're going to go to spectral maybe, or let's use Phaseplant's spectral metallic comb, and let's just kind of mute these so we can just focus on this. We want a very powerful wavetable for this. Let's see here. That sounds cool. We'll use this. Okay. So for then our mid highs and highs, to layer that on top, I'm going to use Vitals subscribers pack. We're going to use that. And we're going to use this bleep fade. I love this sound here. That will go great with this. Okay. And then that's our analog. Okay, so we pretty much have the building blocks of these. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to get an LFO. We're going to get a random, and we're going to smooth out the random. We're going to actually, let's put the random before this LFO. And this random, we're going to randomize this wavetable and this one at the same time. So they're going at the same pace here. And we're actually going to slow it down. We'll put it to like around 3 to 400, somewhere around there, to really keep it slow. If we keep it on the plus sign too, if you keep it on the plus sign, you'll definitely hear movement all the time. So this is what we got. So far, we got some random movements happening right here because of this random oscillator. So now let's go to our LFO. And this LFO, let's just create like a slight curve. Something like this. And then let's just give it a good bend right here. Maybe more here and something like that. Okay. And we're going to go to our first lane, and we're going to get a filter. We're going to turn the filter scope all the way up to 6, turn the cutoff all the way down, and we're going to modulate the cutoff. Like that. Then we're going to get another random, smooth them out, and we're going to modulate the rate of how fast this is going. So now, and we're also going to just making sure that works. Okay, there is a lot of distortion happening on the low end. The reason why is because these wavetables have fundamentals, so let's get rid of that just to give it a cleaner sound. We're going to get a filter, we're going to high pass it, slope all the way up to 6, and we're going to turn down, we're going to high pass it to like around, for this is the high frequency sound, we're going to go like around 300, 350 for the cutoff. And then we're going to do the same thing for this wavetable. Get a filter, put in a high pass, turn the scope up to 6. But this time we're going to high pass it to like around 150. Should be good. Nice. We have a cleaner sound now. And we have a really clean sub too. Let's see here. If we add distortion. We don't really need a distortion on the sub, but it's there. But we do need distortion on this mid bass right here, or at least this wavetable. So let's add some distortion. Let's give it saturate and probably turn it down. Okay. And then let's put some distortion on this as well. We'll just keep it on overdrive and we'll just keep it. All right. So far, so good. Let's turn on unison, and let's turn the spread up all the way to 100%. And let's do the same thing for this wavetable. Turn on unison, turn the spread up 100%. So now we have some stereo imaging. Cool. Just for keeping everything smooth. We'll just keep a compressor on here. And this is pretty much the building, like this is pretty much it. This is a way to create some really cool grooves. So everything else beyond this point is just, you know, you making it your own, like in terms of processing, just to make it more interesting and unique. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see if we can make a drop out of this. So I'm going to use Serum to create like some kind of groove, and I'll replace the Serum with Phaseplant and see what we can come up with. We're going to make like a few renders of this, so just beware of that. So we're just going to go ahead and just make like a typical, let's see what, I think it should be very slower. Something like that. Let's do that. No idea how well this is going to work. So okay, we'll go with that. I'm gonna change the drums. 2, 3. And let's make a little thing here. Okay. All right, so now that we made this, let's shift him down here and let's see what we come up with. So it's okay. It's really terrible, but we can fix that. Let's see. Let's just make this go faster. Let's keep it on the plus sign and see what it does. Okay, we're getting close, guys. We are getting very close. Let's just make this not so aggressive. Maybe just a little bit more going on. That's close enough. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to make some iterations. We're going to make some iterations of this because it is randomized. We're going to have to make like a few iterations of these. And when we do that, we're going to kind of select some parts that sounds good that we're going to just basically puzzle all of these together to make a really cool, interesting drop. I think I'm gonna make like 8 more of these. Okay, that's 8. We're gonna mute this and we're gonna mute all these. Let's start with this first one. So first of all, I like this initial bass hit right here. So let's just kind of do that. I like this, this little guy. The rest of these, so we got that. All right, so let's mute this for now. Cool. So this is an example of like a very groovy kind of drop. So, and of course you can always make this more brighter and stuff like that. Let's get an EQ up here. So what I would do is, let's get, just to brighten things up a little bit, let's get Kilohearts multipass, and let's just kind of do that. And let's get snap heap. Let's just kind of get the all-in-one, see what that sounds like by itself. Oops. Sounds super dope. We can kind of create some glitchiness. Same thing over here. so let's go ahead and render this as audio again. That looks better. And let's just duplicate this so we can just. Yeah, so this is an example of what you can do here by just using like a bass groove kind of generator situation. And you can create any kind of groove you want and create any kind of different sounds that you want. It's the possibilities is endless. You can create like effects to be randomized. And real quick, I'm going to show you guys, well, actually, let's do this instead. Let's go to desktop. I'm gonna blur this stuff out anyway. So let's go to ideas. Here's a VIP, not a VIP, a WIP, a whip that I'm working on, and I applied the same bass groove technique. So that is an example of the bass groove idea. I think it was like bass groove 5 or something. But anyway, you guys get the idea. This technique can help create an infinite amount of ideas. So this is one of the few Phaseplant techniques that I've made to help me produce a lot faster. That is how you make bass grooves in Phaseplant, and this is a very helpful tool to use when you have writer's block or when you don't have an idea. You can just create a sound and just play around with it and just create a bass groove of some sort using just a simple solve wave, and then replacing that MIDI with the preset that you just made, and then just tinker, make some fine tuning until you get something that you kind of want. And this can work for a lot of things. You can create a super solve within Phaseplant and then apply the same techniques that way. What the point is to try to produce faster and get the ideas out more quicker. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for more studio sessions like this. And let me know what other videos that you guys want me to do, or any ideas that I have, or if you have any feedback and critique for my videos, because I'm just starting out in a way. And please let me know in the comment section below, because I do want to get better over time. And with that being said, one more thing, I have a few things I want to tell you guys. That I did release a new single 2 weeks ago called Resurgence. It is out now. I also released a walkthrough video of me breaking down how I exactly made that track. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description below. I also have a mini sample pack that I released probably like a few weeks ago, or maybe like a month and a half ago. I can't really remember, but it's called Spectracone. And this sample pack has about 30 samples in there, and it's a free pack, free download. It's also going to be in the link in the description below. With that being said, I also have an EP that I released back in March. It's called Gadgets and Gizmos. This is my full-length EP, 6 tracks, a very heavy bass EP. If you guys want to check that out as well, I'll be greatly appreciated. Or if you want to check out any of my music or past works, either through SoundCloud or Apple Music or Spotify, whatever, all my links is going to be in the description below. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys the next time. Dane out.